Yep.
Hey everyone, good news is my team realized they didn't have my microphone on. So let me know that you can hear me. I hope you're having a great day. It's 9 o'clock or 9:01 now in San Diego. It is noontime in New York. And who knows what time it is in Asia and Australia and around the world. So today we're going to be talking about life on target. And I've got this awesome 32-page manual that I'm going to be going through a whole bunch of it, but I'm also going to let you have a copy of it for free. We try to give you as many free tools as possible to help you get your life on target so you can set and achieve goals. And so just to get this started, let me see who is on today. Who's on? Where are you from? Tell me where you're from and tell me, is your life on target and are you achieving your goals and dreams? Okay, I see there's about 200 people on right now. We're going to have a lot of fun today. So who's on? Hey there, Christine and Amy and Tyler and Dan, Colette. Hey there from New York. Awesome. Hey there, Aubrey. Hi there, Eric Reed. Awesome. Eileen, nice to have you on. North Salem, New Jersey. I can't remember. Oh, these are going so fast. Okay. So I hope everybody's doing awesome today. And so life on target, how to set and achieve your dream life. And so let me ask you all a question. Are you on target? Do you have a target? And I want you to imagine something. Imagine that you get on an airplane and the pilot comes on the loudspeaker and goes, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to flight 111. And we're on our way to, hey, where does everybody want to go today? How many of you would be kind of concerned? And I would imagine most of you would be concerned if the pilot didn't know where she was going. And so what I want you to think about, and I'm going to be talking about several different things. One promise that I made is that I'm going to give you a 5-step process to follow, and I'll share with you why from a brain perspective, right? We're always looking for the brain, the motivational centers, the fear centers. We want to focus on getting the brain motivated and specifically activating the dopamine and the oxytocin neurotransmitters in the brain. There's over 100 different neurotransmitters in the brain to do different things. But if you got on a plane and the pilot didn't know where she was going, what would be the chances that you would stay on that plane? And the answer is probably not very high. And so I want to introduce you to Life on Target, which is all about getting your life on target. And when I talk about on target, many of you know my story, and that was when I was 19, a gentleman that I was introduced to asked me what did I want to achieve. And I said, well, I want to make enough money, to live a nice lifestyle. I said, that's not specific enough. He said, what do you want to achieve in health and wealth and relationship and career or business and fun and experiences and charity, etc.? And he made me, actually he didn't make me, but he requested that I write down all of my goals in writing. I'm going to give you your first tip right now. And then I'm going to give you, 5 steps to follow. We have about 30 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to get your life on target. First of all, I'll give you 5 simple steps to follow that will ensure your success. And then the ultimate question is, why do 97% of people who set goals or have goals fail while 3% or so really achieve the success that they want? And how do you become a part of the 3%? So first and foremost, I want to know, do you want to be part of the 3% of the world that earns more, has more, gives more, lives more? Or do you want to be part of the 97% who set goals and use the drug of choice to achieve it? And the drug of choice is hopium. Hopium, and the inflammation disease of choice that comes right from in here is called excusitis. So I want you to stop using hopium as your drug of choice. I want you to stop having excuses to why you can't. Let's give you a process, a framework for how to achieve any goal, okay? So in about 3-4 minutes, I'm going to give you a link to get this 32-page manual with instructions that will really build upon what I'm talking about. It's called your Life on Target Manual. And these are things that in the past, just so you know, I've sold a lot of these programs for $100, $197 when I've done a lot of teaching around. So I'm giving you some really good stuff. And so I see a couple of people want to be in the top 3%, which is a great place to be. So let's start with, how do you get your life on target? And the answer is, you think of getting your life on target by first and foremost defining what the target is. Most people have very ambiguous goals or targets. And one of the things I want to share with you is when you use your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that can help you decide what you want to achieve, once you set a target of what it is that you want to achieve, you're going to activate the left prefrontal cortex, which is what I call the Einstein part of your brain. But it's not enough just to set goals. But the key, first and foremost, is to be able to create a vision for what your life is going to be like. And so the way I learned how to do it was to take a sheet of paper, and again, you can have this in the Life on Target manual we'll give you as a gift, and you write out a script of what your life on target actually looks like. What do you see yourself doing, being, having, enjoying, contributing, and you write it out as if it was a Hollywood movie. Why? Many of you may have heard me talk about this before, but imagine if instead of this being the Life on Target manual, imagine if this was a Hollywood script and somebody saw you in a restaurant, tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, you, whoa, you're perfect for this role that I have. If you learn the script and you learn the role, I'll pay you $10 million. And if you win an Oscar, I'll pay you another $10 million as a bonus. Wouldn't you need to know what the script is? And the answer is yes, you need to know the details of the script. You need to know the character and the vision and the role so you could start to move towards making you a part of that role. And so the first part of Life on Target is having a vision for what it is that it looks like upon completion. All great goal achievers, not goal setters, goal achievers start from the end, the vision, the outcome, and then they work backwards to present day. So far, does that make sense? You work from the vision first, and then you set goals to present day. So the first thing I want you to do, and again, in a second, I'll give you, my team will put up a link. You can get this, your Life on Target, How to Achieve Your Goals, a 32-page manual. I'll give this to you for free. As I mentioned before, I've charged for this in the past, but we're going to start with having your vision, okay? Then the other part of this is this. On your path to achieving your vision, there will be stumbling blocks. There will be days you don't feel like getting up. There will be days that you get hit and bloodied and you don't like that feeling of failing because things didn't work out. There will be days you feel fearful. Fearful of failure, fearful of success, fearful of being embarrassed, ashamed, or ridiculed, fearful of not knowing what to do, not having the knowledge, the skills, the support, the people to help you. And so what you have to do is you have to develop, in addition to the vision that you want, the target that you want to hit, a why. Why must you achieve that vision? So must you achieve that because of your relationship to God? Must you achieve that because you have to do it for your children? Must you achieve that because your knowledge or skills or product or service can help the world and you would feel unfulfilled if you didn't achieve it? In the absence of a reason why, you will succumb to the reason why not. Let me repeat that. In the absence of a reason why you must do it, you will succumb to all the reasons why not do it. And so, which one will activate your passion and your drive? Your reason why is going to activate the left prefrontal cortex. Your reason why not is going to activate the right prefrontal cortex. Your brain will only run one of the two activation parts of the brain. Or your Y2 will activate the left prefrontal cortex, your Y not will activate the right prefrontal cortex. They both cannot work independently, or they both work independently of each other. So you have to create your why you're going to achieve it. And when you combine your why with what are you here to do? What is your purpose with the knowledge, the skills, the dreams, the passion that is in your heart? Like, what are you here to do? Are you here to be an amazing support in somebody else's movie? Are you here to be the leading actor or actress in your movie? Are you here to be the leader? What is your role? What's your purpose here? And so when we take a look at Life on Target and the 3% who achieve their goals and dreams and the 97% of people who don't, what we find is that the people who really have the reason why they're going to achieve something no matter what, they're your 3%. So a lot of people say, well, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what my why is. And my answer to them is, when would right now be a good time to sit and think about it and ask yourself this question? Am I trading my life for what I love, for the vision I have for my life, for the feelings I have in my life, for the purpose that I am here for my life? It takes time to answer those questions. So if you don't know your vision, if you don't know your why, if you don't know your purpose, maybe that's a really good place to start. What do you think? You think that's a good place to start? So that's part one. And again, if you want the Life on Target manual, 32 plus pages of forms, lines to fill out, to help you understand what your goals are, what your vision is 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. I've got an entire method to my madness with, creating your experiences. All that's available for you. The link will be somewhere on the page that my team will put on. So step number one is the vision, the why, and the purpose. I put those together. Step number two, this is something that whenever I ask people, do they have goals? Most people say, yeah, I've got goals. And I go, great. Do you have strategies of how you're going to achieve the goals? Do you have specific tactics of what you're going to do specifically to achieve the strategy? And do you have certain timelines that you're going to achieve them by? And most people go, well, not that clear. And that's like saying or hearing from a pilot or a captain of a ship that they kind of sort of know where they want the plane or the yacht to head. So let me give you just a simple example. If, let's say you want to release 20 pounds of fat because your vision is to be healthy, energetic, vibrant, athletic, sexy. That's the vision. But the goal, one of the goals, is to release 20 or 25 pounds of fat. Then the next question is, great, what's your strategy for achieving that? And so you go, well, I have 3 strategies. One, I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep a night because I know that all the latest research shows that if I don't sleep properly, then it could affect my leptin levels or my circadian rhythm. And if that happens, then my body's going to want to retain fat. It's going to make fat loss a little bit harder. So strategy 1 is I'm going to sleep better. Strategy 2 is I'm going to change my food plan. And instead of going on a diet because of a reason or a season, I'm going to change my lifestyle. So strategy number 2 is change my lifestyle. And then strategy number 3 is I'm going to become more active, during the week. I'm going to exercise, let's say 30 minutes a day. Those are the strategies. But then the tactics are, okay, I'm going to be in bed every night during the week at 10 o'clock. And I won't get up until 6 o'clock in the morning. That's tactic number 1. I'm going to exercise, 3 days a week I'm going to go for a walk, 2 days a week I'm going to hike, and 1 day I'm going to do a spinning class for 45 minutes. And then my third tactic around my food plan is I'm going to figure out what my metabolic burn rate is for a day, and then I'm going to make sure that I have the right amount of good fats, complex carbohydrates, and proteins at every meal. I'm going to eat slowly because those are the tactics we know work. So do you understand vision with your why and purpose, okay? And then you come up with your goals and then your strategies and tactics and what you're going to do in a period of time. That is basically the third piece. So vision, why and purpose is number 2. Strategies and tactics and timelines is number 3. And if you don't have those, which 97% of you do not, to the level I just described to you, you're hoping and praying that you have this amazing, magical life and you achieve your goals and you're happy and healthy and wealthy and you got lots of money to give to charities and time off and to do great things in the world. And that's a bunch of baloney because 97% of you do not have just what I have talked about so far, right? And my team, I think, is putting up the Life on Target that any of you can get. And like I said, I'm giving it to you as a gift for you. And it's got instructions and it's got all of the forms that you're going to need to fill out that'll help you even more so than what I'm training you on today. And so when you have your vision and you have your why and your purpose for fuel, and you have your strategy, tactics, and timeline, so you know what you're going to do, how specifically, by when, the next thing that most people never consider is environment. So there's 2 types of environments I want to talk to you about. One is in here, your internal environment. Your internal environment is your attitude. Your internal environment is your perceptions. Your internal environment is your self-talk. So are you secretly hoping and praying and wanting to achieve your goals, but you're secretly sabotaging your success because of what you're thinking? The internal environment is the soil that you're planting the seeds called your vision and your goals. If you're planting really good, precise seeds in, let's say, soil that's stinky, all right, stinking thinking, you are going to create an environment that is not conducive for the goal. So, in the absence of knowing how to achieve a goal, in the absence of trusting yourself that you can set a goal and then take the steps to achieve it, there is going to be a lack of confidence and a lack of certainty. When there is a lack of confidence and a lack of certainty because either you don't have the right thinking patterns or you don't have the right soil, the seed, to be able to gestate and allow it to flourish, there will be chaos and confusion. Chaos and confusion. And so how do you change that chaos and confusion to order? and coherence. So instead of chaos, you have coherence, all right? You want to be able to get that in your mind. And so the first thing I want to share with you is you've got to manage your self-talk. When you are uncertain in achieving your goals, guess what it does to most people? It actually will activate the amygdala, which is two pieces of nuclei just above the ear in the brain that activates the fear response center in the brain. When your fear response or your uncertainty response in the brain kicks in, it kicks in something called the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is connected to the vagus nerve, which is basically your fight and flight response mechanism in the brain. So if you are lacking strategies, tactics, timelines, knowledge, skills, poor self-talk, that internal environment, you are going to activate your fear response or stress response system in your brain. And when that happens, you know what happens in your brain? The motivational circuit shuts down. So when the fear circuit lights up, the stress circuit lights up, motivational circuit, guess what it does? It just shuts down. So we have to get that environment, get that fear circuit, all right, to diminish and activate that motivational circuit. Well, how do you do that? It goes back to when you have a vision that's pulling you towards it, when you have your purpose, when you have your why. Your purpose and your why is the motive for action. The motivators, the motive for action has to be greater than your stories, your excuses, your lack of confidence, your lack of skill, your lack of certainty. Let me repeat that. Your motive for action, your motive for fulfilling your goals and your vision has got to be greater than your stories, excuses, lack of confidence, lack of skill, lack of knowledge, lack of strategy, lack of tactics. So how do you do that? You start with self-talk, the environment, which is the fourth step. And the way you do this is like this. Shift your thinking from stinking thinking, okay, to possibility thinking. Even though I may not have my vision clear, or my goals or my strategies, tactics, I can learn how to do it, and I choose to do it right now. Even though I currently lack the skill or know-how or confidence and certainty, I'm moving towards learning how to raise my confidence and certainty and knowledge and skills. So self-talk is how you talk to yourself. So instead of activating why you can't because of strategy, tactic, knowledge, skills, etc., which activates the right prefrontal cortex, which is what I call the Frankenstein brain, you shift. You do a flip-flop. We call this an inner size. It's called the flip-flop inner size. From having this part of your brain control your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to flopping over to this, to how can I? What must I think? What must I do? Whose help do I need? What must I learn? What can I do today? What is a micro step I could take today to move me towards that vision and goals, which you are going to write out in your Life on Target manual, which is free. It's right below, I think, my photo or this video. Follow the instructions. It's pink by number once you do it. So you got to get the environment, the internal environment, and then your external environment. The people that you hang around with. Stop hanging around people who do not want to grow. Stop hanging around with people who are stuck in their negativity, stuck in their current comfort zone and don't want to break free. If you want to grow, get in an environment of people who are thriving and growing. One of the reasons we have our private community for all of our clients, which is, I think, about 22,000 people in one community called our Achievers Community, is we're training them and teaching them how to upgrade their knowledge, their skills, their processes, their system every single day. And they're helping each other in addition to getting help from me and some of our other world-renowned coaches and trainers. So that was number 4, environment. Number 5, I got my little notes here to make sure I cover everything so I don't have to go through this manual, which you'll be able to go through. It's all in here, by the way. And number 5, I'm going to give you a bonus one, number 6 as well, that I thought of this morning that you'll like, is this. If you think about what really drives your behavior every day, every week, every month, it's your beliefs and your habits that drive your behavior. Unless you're, 13, 14 years old, 7 years old, 18 years old, you're driven by your beliefs. So let's think about beliefs from a neuroscientist perspective. What is a belief? And here's a question for you. Are babies born with beliefs? No. A baby's not born with a belief of, is she good enough? Is she smart enough? Is she worthy? And by the way, I'm watching the video of me talking to you. If you're liking this, do me a favor, hit the share button. But also, let me see a couple loves right now. I want to make sure that I do a training session today for you, and I haven't been focusing too much on having you share this, which I love when you do. But I also give me some feedback on, John, I love this is great, or John, this sucks. Either one. So when we're looking at what is a belief from a neuroscience perspective, if you think about when you're born with about 100 billion brain cells. It's actually 86 billion, but I'm going to just use 100 billion brain cells. And those brain cells, if you just imagine expanding them so they're like a marble, okay? They're just a little marble. And as you are learning to see and hear and put the sight and the sound and the senses and the smells and what you touch and feel and what you experience, your brain is creating these patterns. And over a period of time, you start to have beliefs about yourself. Are you smart enough? Are you good enough? Are you worthy enough? Are you skilled? Are you lovable? Are you sexy? Are you fill in the blank? All of these beliefs become wired in the brain. Conditioning is what we call it. Beliefs are nothing more than patterns in the brain. So we develop these beliefs about what's possible in the world, but then we also develop these beliefs, these patterns in the brain around what's possible for us. And as these bits of information and experiences are reinforced over time, these beliefs become what we become habituated to expecting, but it also is what starts to cause our habits. So our beliefs not only drive our perceptions, our beliefs are the lens by which we see the world. Our beliefs are the lens by which we have expectations of how the world should be and how we should be in it. So beliefs and emotions are what drive behaviors, and then the behaviors that we repeat become habits. Beliefs plus your emotions, how you feel about it, drive your behaviors, which become your habits. We will move away from emotions that make us feel awful, and we'll move towards emotions that make us feel happy. And guess what? That's the way the brain is wired. We are wired to, number 1, be safe. Number 2, to conserve energy. Number 3, to make sure, pay close attention, to make sure that the outside world of results match the internal belief and map of reality. And so we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So in order to achieve the vision, the goals, so that you can have the life that's on purpose and on target, you have to develop the beliefs that will drive the new behaviors. And so how do you do that? You do that through repetition of a new belief that you visualize, that you emotionalize, that you affirm, that you run your fingers across, that you listen to, like with our brain retraining audios. There are 8 different evidence-based, scientifically proven methodologies to retrain the brain to let go of belief that may have served you up until now and replace it with a new belief that's more empowering. There are new ways to recognize and reframe and release and retrain your brain to have empowering emotions, the same ones that a Hollywood actor or actress musters up to play a role in through repetition and emotionalization. A Hollywood actor or actress becomes the role. The people who achieve the success, who get their life on target and stay on target, the 3%, have to learn how to play the new role and develop the beliefs, the habits, the emotions as they raise their knowledge and skills, which gives them more confidence and certainty. This is why most people don't achieve their goals and dreams. If you're serious about achieving your goals and dreams, we already know how you can. The question is, are you interested in achieving them, or are you committed? So that's a question I'm going to ask you. Are you interested in achieving your goals, or are you committed? Because if you're committed, at least start with Life on Target. I'm giving it to you for free. You can't do better than free. I mean, I guess better than free would mean I could fly to wherever you are. I could sit down with you and I can consult you on doing this, with me, and I can help you develop the strategies, tactics, but I don't do that even though I get paid $5,000 an hour to do it. I prefer to do this with one-to-many people. And I'm going to give you a bonus session, and you can get the Life on Target, on the pages below the video. Here's a bonus for you. Make a list, and it's actually on page number, hold on one second. There's a list that I want you to create. Actually, I can't tell if it's on page 23 or 25, but here is something you want to write down. What is holding you back right now? Okay, so is it your circumstances? Is it your knowledge? Is it your skills? Is it your beliefs? Is it your write down what it is that is holding you back. I don't care if it's 25 different things. And then take those 25 different things and give me the top 3. This is holding me back, this is holding me back, this is holding me back. And then here's a simple exercise to do. It's called mental contrasting. I want you to, once a day, take whatever is holding you back right now. And I'm just going to assume that whatever's holding you back is true. It's real, okay? Even though it may be a story or an excuse that you're telling yourself. But let's say it's true. I want you to take that thing that's holding you back, and for 3 minutes a day, just 3 minutes a day, I want you to sit. I want you to look at that one thing, and I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to put that thing in front of you so you see it. This is the thing that's holding me back. And then I want you to see yourself going around it, above it, push it to the side, and getting to your vision. Why is that important? Well, just like exercise is important if you want to strengthen your muscles, mental contrasting is an exercise that we teach all of our clients as one of 100 different things that they could do to be able to give your brain the obstacle that you currently now believe is in your way. And if you can actually see yourself overcoming the obstacle in here first, you will activate that genius part of your brain, and it will figure out the strategies, the tactics, and how you can move towards the vision and the goals. All right? I can go on for days, but so far we've talked about number 1 is get your vision right. Number 2, have your why so that you are motivated why you're going to versus why you shouldn't or can't. Tie that into what is your purpose here. That's number 2. Number 3 is develop your strategies, tactics, and timelines. Create the right internal and external environment to support you and lift you up. Develop the beliefs and habits to support the goals and dreams. And then your bonus one was write down what's holding you back and use some mental contrasting in order to be able to overcome any obstacles you have. There is 35 minutes of killer content. If you want the Life on Target, all I ask you to do is enjoy it. If you like this training, share it. Help me help more people. If you like what I did and do, leave me a comment. What's 1 or 2 things you learned and what are you committed to doing? I read all of your comments just so you know, and we like them and make comments back to you. So that's it for today. We'll see you next week, Same time, 9 o'clock San Diego time, 12 o'clock New York time for 30 minutes of training. And I hope you enjoy this. Get the link, share it, love it, appreciate you. Have an awesome day.